What's going on, everybody? I'm back, and tonight I'm going to give you some behind the scenes on how I get this kind of a look out of my DJI Action 5 Pro. Yes, I'm finally going to show you exactly how I get a little bit of a blurry background. I'm actually somewhat in focus. I've got good audio that I don't have to have clipped to my shirt. I'm going to show you everything that I've done to get a nice, pleasing look out of an action camera. Let's go. Alright, we're on the Pocket 3 right now so that I can show you exactly how I've got my Action 5 set up. So, real simple, real quick. I do have a K&F Concept clamp here. It's not necessary, but I do like it. It holds it very well. I've never had any kind of an issue. Second thing, and this is kind of a big thing, I have the Ulanzi MT73 selfie stick. Now this thing extends out quite a bit further than the MT whatever the hell I was using before. This does allow me to get the camera out a little bit further. It's not a super long selfie stick, but it does the trick for the Action 5, and I also use it for this camera, the Pocket 3. I'll show you that setup another time. One thing I really like about this is it's got the swivel ball head, and most important, you got a cold shoe mount here on the side. And that is where I have been putting my DJI Mic 2. So I've been putting this right on the side, and it basically acts as a shotgun mic while I'm vlogging. So I don't have the microphone on me, so you can't see it. I do have the gain set to +5 on the Action 5, and seems to be doing a pretty good job. So what you're here for is how to get a nice, cool looking, not necessarily cinematic, but not an action cam look. You're going to be closer to like a DSLR look with this. So first things first, I've got a K&F Concept quarter strength black diffusion filter screwed on here. Okay, so this your stock lens unscrews, and I screwed this one on. You'll see all this stuff around the side here. That is electrical tape. Now, why did I wrap electrical tape around that? Well, I'm going to show you, and that is because I've got this. This is a 37 to 52 mil step-up ring. Be helpful if I actually had it in the shot. So it's a 37 to 52 mil step-up ring, and on top of that, I've got a +2 close focusing filter. Now you can get these close focusing filters in all different sizes and different strengths. I picked up a 4-pack of these. I'll throw a link in the description. They're pretty inexpensive, but what I wound up doing was I used this 37 and I wrapped enough tape around here to where this will just slide on, and it stays. Okay, so that is the look. That is what I'm looking at when I'm doing my videos when I'm on the Action 5. Now, so I've got the softness. That's the black diffusion filter. The diffusion filter will soften the image. I also will show you my settings inside the camera. But then this close focusing filter, because we all know that action cameras do not focus on you. They will focus on everything behind you. But in order to get a nice, pleasing look, and if you're going to do vlogging with these things, you want it to focus on you. Now, I switch back between a +1 and a +2. The +2 will give you more bokeh, or like I like to say, because Casey says it, tone. It gives you that background blur, which gives it more of I don't know, professional look, I think. And something else that I really like. Now, I will say, if I were to do this again, just because I like to stack filters, and the 52 mil is just not big enough, so I would go from I would do a 37 to a 58 mil. That means that my these lenses would be a little bit bigger. That way, if I do want to stack on, say, an ND filter on top of this, it's not gonna you're not gonna see the lens in the shot. I've had that happen before, so I'm basically, I could do two lenses, so two filters is all I can do with this. So eventually I'll go to a bigger filter, but for right now, this is what I've got. Another nice thing about having this is it allows you to focus on this more instead of looking at the screen. I see a lot of people, and I still do it too, we look at ourselves in the front screen, and we should be looking right there. That's where you should be looking when you're vlogging. So let's see here. Let's turn this thing on. I will show you. I'll show you my settings. So I generally use, I don't know if that's focusing or not. We'll see. I generally use 4K 30. I'm not a big 24 frames per second guy. I just like to keep it simple, and that's just how I how I roll. I do drop my exposure to -0.3. Okay, so I drop the exposure to -0.3. I also run my colors. I got normal color, it's 10-bit color. I don't run log. I don't do anything like that. Neutral tone, so you could do neutral or vivid. I like the neutral. It softens it up, keeps it from looking action cammy. And then the biggest thing is my texture. I've got it -2, and noise reduction is at -2 as well. So I think if you just try to stick with those types of settings, you don't even need all the extra filters. But I do like the exposure being -0.3, and then -2 and 2 on the texture and the noise reduction. It really helps to soften the image up a little bit and keeps it from having that action cam look. So that's it. Let me show you what this little selfie stick, show you how far out it will actually get. So that's a pretty good size selfie stick. It gets you far enough away that you're not real cropped in on your image. It does have a little tripod on the bottom. It's real nice. And I do like the fact, again, that it's got that ball head. So that's it. That's how I get my look out of my Action 5 Pro. If you want to know how I do anything with the Pocket 3, let me know. If you're here for Jeep content, sorry, but you're going to have to wait one more day. I've got a bunch of filming to do and just didn't want to cram it into one day. And I want to do a nice little video for you. So that's it. Y'all have a good one. Me and my cameras and the Jeep, we're all out of here. See ya. God bless. Bye-bye.